A woman gave birth just 6 months into her pregnancy. Her husband, overjoyed despite the premature delivery, immediately arranged for a family portrait. But barely a month after their child was born, his wife began dressing provocatively and leaving the house, abandoning him to care for their infant alone. One night, when she hadn't returned home by midnight, the desperate husband took the baby and went searching for her. He found her at a bar, flirting with other men. He confronted her, demanding to know if the child was truly his. Instead of showing any guilt, she laughed in his face, calling him a fool. In a burst of anger, he pushed her, and somehow, she collapsed and died instantly. Panicked, he knelt beside her body. As he did, he noticed water dripping onto her from above. With horror, he suddenly remembered he'd left the bathwater running while bathing their son. He raced upstairs, but it was too late. His son had drowned. The man was sentenced to prison for negligent homicide. 10 years later, during an appendectomy, he managed to escape from the hospital. He fled to a nearby department store to find different clothes. A young boy noticed blood seeping through his shirt and asked if he needed help. The man, Frank, asked if the boy, Henry, could shelter him for just one night. Kind-hearted Henry brought Frank to meet his mother. Adele was immediately suspicious of this strange man, but before she could refuse, Frank placed his hand on Henry's neck. Fearing for her son's safety, Adele reluctantly brought Frank to their home. She expected Frank to be violent, but instead, he gently tied her to a chair with rope. He explained this would protect her if anyone discovered him. She couldn't be accused of harboring a fugitive. To show his gratitude, Frank prepared dinner, carefully blowing on the food to cool it before feeding Adele. She couldn't believe someone so considerate could be a criminal. After dinner, Frank prepared to leave, but police cars suddenly appeared outside. His escape had prompted increased patrols throughout the neighborhood, forcing him to stay longer. The next morning, Frank made breakfast and repaired broken items around the house. He taught Henry how to play baseball and change a flat tire. He seemed less like an escaped convict and more like the father Henry never had. Little did Adele know that Frank would completely transform their lives.